Is it going? Weird. Ah, there we go. Welcome back to today's live stream, well, weekly live stream, or welcome if this is your first time here. For those who don't know, my name is Jessica, and I am one of the owners and directors of Eyes Childcare Richmond Hill Montessori. I do almost weekly live streams, mostly grocery hauls, but last week I did also a shopping haul too. We're currently at my center now. Located in Richmond Hill, Canada, and I have to show you a little haul that I got. It's $90. I think there was actually an issue with the transaction. I think she overcharged me for one thing, but it's not worth it for me to go back to argue and take all the groceries back. And so in the thumbnail, I didn't show everything because we actually went and bought it last night. We're getting some work done. No, not me. But the daycare is getting some work done for the flooring. So let me show you that quickly. Ta-da! This is the state of my center right now. Is this not crazy? Oh my gosh. I haven't seen it like this ever, actually, because before we stuck up the walls or something like that, I think we did the floors first. I think. I don't know for sure. But anyways, I haven't seen something like this in a very long time. It's even echoey because we had to move all the benches and everything. It just looks so barren and weird. But it's going to be beautiful. I talked to the, what we call seafood, the contractors yesterday, and they promised me that's going to get done by tomorrow night so that it will, I can open on Monday. But yeah, take a look. I can't believe they did all the demolition so fast. I mean, it was done within, I think, 3 hours. They're not doing the offices or the classrooms yet. They're just doing the vestibule. That's what my vestibule looks like right now, my poor vestibule. And then the hallway, because that's, I guess, they figured doing this part first, and then the other classrooms they'll do on its own. I'm currently doing laundry, my very messy laundry room. And so, yeah, but let's get into this grocery haul. So, all in all, I spent just over $90 at No Frills, but I did get some optimum points bonuses. I think I got like 9,000. So we're going to be probably, if you look at the value of the money, it probably worked out to be about $89 or so worth of groceries, which is pretty good. I actually got some pretty good deals. And what I love doing is stacking deals on top of optimum points. That is one of the best ways to save money. However, I did see on TikTok and things like that, there was a few people who are losing their ultimate points. They got frozen, like $40,000 worth of it, which I think was absolutely crazy. Yeah. So, anyways, I probably should use them up first. Hello, Viju Home London cricketer. Welcome to today's live stream. Bolo. What does bolo mean? Please enlighten me. But yes, we're here today to do a quick video on my grocery haul. So I'm not fully done all of my groceries yet today. I still have a bunch of other things I do need to get. Probably I'll go to Costco. Normally my husband Nelson will do Costco for me. Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind. I look very tired. We were here very late last night. I'm back here early in the morning. But thank you. That's very kind. And then I might go to Sam's Club as well as go to one of my paper retailers, which is Bell Trading, and the Cookie Factory to get little snacks for the friends. So let's show you my fridge. I'm trying to learn Farsi because I have a lot of Persian friends here. So I'm trying to learn some Farsi. And that is my very, 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 my sounding out of certain words. Okay, so in my fridge, I got 4 bags, well, not four bags of the True Taste Nielsen milk for the 2%. Why I did that was because it was actually a better price than Costco. I also got 4 bags of the Perfectly Imperfect apples and 1 pack of the tortillas. Now, let me explain. So why I got the tortillas is because yesterday we had quesadillas at the center, and for those who don't know what I'm talking about with the center, I own a childcare center, and I'm also in charge of the kitchen, so I do a lot of cooking. And so we have I make my own bean sauce for their quesadillas, and we had leftovers. My daughter loves quesadillas, and so therefore I wanted to make some extra ones, freeze them for her so that she can take them to school for both my son and my daughter. I have 2 little ones. the light of my life. The milk I got because normally the 2% milk I think at our local Costco would cost probably around $5 and change, like 5.86 or 5.89 or so, and they're on sale at No Frills this week for 4.99. Plus, I also get the Optimum points, which is also an added bonus. I also find that when we get the True Taste, they do stay fresh longer. Hello, Vikings Rule. Welcome to today's live stream. Whereabouts is everyone watching from? Out of curiosity, I'm located in Richmond Hill, Canada, where we're finally getting better weather. It's been crazy, this weather where we're having this. It's like almost mid-April. We had an ice storm and another snowstorm. Yeah, if you check out my shorts, I'll show you the rain, the snow shower that we got. It was pretty crazy. And then for the perfectly imperfect apples, what I found with those is that most of them were pretty good. Some of them are just a little bit smaller, but that's perfectly fine. Our teachers, they peel and everything for the little ones anyways. But the ones that are like just kind of too misshapen that I just know that they'll throw most of it. What I do is I peel it and then I just grate it and I put it into like my apple pancakes, or I put it into my muffins, or I can make my own applesauce. Those type of things I do. It's a great way to save money, great way to prevent food waste, because a lot of the perfect imperfect items, they often do go into the waste, right? Because they don't like visually look the best, and so they're often, discarded. So I'm a big believer in reducing food waste, both at home and here at work, within, like the public health parameters, of course. But for the perfectly imperfect apples, they're perfectly fine apples. They're like nice and strong, they're nice and firm still, but they're just weirdly shaped, or they have some imperfections or blemishes. So like I say, what I do is I peel them and then I just grate them into my muffins, or even oatmeal. The children love grated apple oatmeals with a hint of maple syrup, a little bit of salt and vanilla. Oh, it's so yummy, 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 yummy. All right, let's continue on with this haul. So like I said, I did spend about $90 worth in total. So I already showed you the milk. Usually the milk is the most expensive thing. Now here I bought 3 more package of the Siraj split pea lentils slash Desi chickpeas. Now I really like the Desi chickpeas because I find that they cook a lot faster. I'm finally able to use chickpeas again in my recipes. I had a friend who was, we had a suspicion that he might have a chickpea allergy, so I refrained from using chickpeas for the last little while. However, he went to his allergist, doesn't have a chickpea allergy. Turns out he has a green lentil allergy. He's had red lentils here before without any issues, but the other day I fed him green lentils, and oh my gosh, he had a reaction. Panic mode. Not panic, but you know what I mean. Like, it was definitely a stressful 30 minutes. Luckily, it was a mild reaction. He had some itchiness and hives, but we take all allergies very, very, very seriously here. Red lentils were okay, so his allergist said that just to keep feeding him the red lentils, but avoid all other lentils, but we can go back to using chickpeas again. So I can mix up my stews and things like that with chickpeas. I do a lot of chickpeas, lentils, because we do have vegetarian friends, and so this is a big source of their protein, plus of course tofu. So rooster tofu this week is on sale at No Frills for $1.99. I always freeze them. I like the texture better for the little ones when I freeze it, although I'm really curious about making tofu dough. Yeah, is that what they call it right now? But I think I'm supposed to use silken tofu. But anyways, I want to try it just more at home, because it would just be too much work for me to do it here to feed 70 some odd kids. But this, what I do, I freeze it, bring it out, thaw it, squeeze out all the water, and then I just I cook it like I cook meat, essentially, or scrambled eggs. But for scrambled eggs, I do a mix of turmeric and paprika to give it that egg-like color, so the friends who have allergies don't feel like they're having something different than their friends. And actually, I've been able to fool the teachers that it's actually not eggs and it's just tofu. So yeah, so I got 4 packs of those, $1.99. In our particular No Frills, it was mislabeled. It was mislabeled for $2.50. So when I took it up to the cash, I just asked, and it was fine. The oregano leaves. I just need oregano leaves. Paid full price on it. So sad. I wanted to find them at our local not Sam's Club, I always call Sam's Club, wholesale club, but they were actually more expensive there just because of the brand name. But I like this one because it's very simple ingredients, only one ingredient, which is oregano leaves, which is the way it should be. So I ran out this week. My final stew, sorry, alarm, didn't turn out quite as the way I wanted it to. So anyways, we used oregano leaves here a lot. Maybe I should go through my spices with you guys one day. A big box of Cheerios. I can't find these at my local Costco anymore. I don't know why. They have been missing. I usually always buy it at Costco. But so far, I've only been able to find the honey nut, which obviously we can't feed here because we're a nut-free facility. And then also the multigrain. Multigrain is really yummy, but it's a little bit sweeter than the original Cheerios. These ones I leave for our pre-casa friends, which are our toddler group, and then also for the older infants. Oh, this is what we feed them as like finger foods. It's great for fine motor skills too, because they really work on their little pincer grasps to pick them up and put them into their mouths. So these ones are cute because it says they're heart-shaped. Pappy, I'm afraid because, oops, sorry, excuse that. It's for grandpa. So cute. Okay, next we have 2 packages of the russet potatoes. I was able to price match these for $1.99 with the Superstore. I don't know why they do it. It's all part of the same company. Why are the pricing different? So at No Frills it's $3.99, but at Superstore it's $1.99. Why would the pricing be different? I know, like I'm sure they have their reasons. But anyways, there is that 2 packs of those. They're really, really just handy to use. I make like a sweet potato / potato biscuit, if you will, with these, and I put in some carrots. It's really yummy. The infants really like it, as well as I forgot that Friday we're closed for Good Friday. I typically make these tuna fish cakes, and I use potatoes in it to help bind everything together and to give it a little bit more like substance, I can't think of the word. I need more coffee. Anyways, that's what I typically use, and it's really yummy. The kids really like it. I personally prefer either yellow potatoes or red potatoes, but russet potatoes were at a really great price point. Too great of a price point to um, to pass up. But so russet potatoes are really good too, but I just like really love the textures of red potatoes. Okay, last but not least, we got a package of yellow onions for, I want to say $3.99. So this is 10 pounds worth of onions. I go through a lot of onions here. And one of the things I always do when I meal prep is I cut up 7 to 8 onions and I pre-caramelize them, because I find caramelizing onions takes me about 15 to 20, sometimes 25 minutes, depending on my batch, to caramelize them, because low and slow is the way to go, right? And if I can cut down on 20 to 25 minutes every single day that I'm cooking, it adds up a lot. So I just usually on Sundays, I do a big batch of cooking for like the meal prepping for the onions, or sometimes I'll do a Saturday, stick in the fridge, or I stick in the freezer into little ice cubes so that it's all ready for the week. So that is the entire haul, plus of course the milk, and what else I'll show you? The milk and the apples. Apples, I didn't tell you the price of the apples. The apples were, let me think for a second. $3.99 for 6 pounds, which is actually a pretty good price point. Works out to be maybe like 65 cents a pound or so, which is pretty good, because I mean apples tend to be really expensive nowadays. I've seen apples for up to $2 a pound, which I don't know where that pricing comes from, but it was very expensive. So yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with the pricing of my haul with the groceries this time around. I am looking forward to going to Costco. I actually haven't personally gone to Costco in probably like 2 months, because Nelson, my husband, has been going for me. So I love going for free samples. This girl loves freebies. And I love to eat. So I'm looking forward to going for some yummy yummies and to pick up some good. So anyways, stay tuned for more hauls coming through. I'll give you one last look of the construction. And we'll end it at that for today. Wishing everyone a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And if you are in the Richmond Hill area, don't forget that this week, and I think today's the last day, there is the Sugar Festival happening at Richmond Green. Go check that out. Go check that out, because it is a free event and it's fun to get out. So maybe I'll end up going a little bit later on with my kids and my husband too. Have a great one, guys. Love you so very, very, very much. And until next time, stay well, stay safe, and stay fantastic, kind. Love cakes. Bye. I had to put